Welcome to Jester's Gaming. Hello, YouTube. This is Jester Gaming playing a scintillating, action-packed Fallout gameplay. We are starting new again. Still gonna do Walter White.
War.
I had the game crash,
War never
and
changes.
I had to delete some mods. That's the problem with using mods. Is
In the year
they
1945,
have a tendency of
my
having issues. I mean,
great-great-grandfather,
there's already bugs in the game
serving in the
as
army,
is from the just as is.
wondered when he'd get to go
And you
home
throw
with
mods
his
in there,
wife
it's gonna cause more issues.
and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish.
Might end up just going
When the
straight
U.S.
back,
ended
but
World War II
I don't
by
know.
dropping atomic bombs
Having
on
certain
Hiroshima
issues
and
because
Nagasaki. The
certain
world
carry
awaited
weight.
Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself. For my wife. For my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
War never changes.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hon.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Oh my God. I know exactly what you two are doing.
Louis, before you jump...
We're all night trying to figure out how you're going to handle the same situation.
Yep.
We were indeed.
Up all night.
Thinking about this situation. Well, I can't believe it. You should have called me. We could have done it together.
Could have, but it's probably best.
Hey, my turn, big guy.
Harvey.
You know, I don't care that you left me out. The most important thing is that you guys were banging it out all night.
That we were.
So what'd you come up with? Probably nothing as helpful as what you've come up with. Well, the only thing I know is that we need to put out a press release as soon as possible. Then you came to the right place because Donna is top-notch at releases.
Thank you, Harvey. You know, you're not so bad yourself.
You please stop stroking each other's egos. I'm just as good at releasing as either one of you. In fact, I have one out this morning.
Don't. Louis, this is great. Takes responsibility while still standing behind our partner.
So we are agreed. We stand behind Robert. We do. And then I'll put this out right away. And Harvey, when you get in, get together with Samantha.
That's the face I fell in love with.
Every last one of Robert's clients. I'm on to lose. I don't get it. How could he be such a good lawyer?
I still got it.
Right in front of his face.
To be fair, you didn't see what was right in front of your face for 12 years.
Fair enough. But it does beg the question.
Let's not tell Louis or anybody else.
Why not?
Because Louis might be clueless, but he's right. There's going to be a lot of blowback from the hearing, and I'd rather share our news with the people we care about.
Looking good, huh?
About that news.
Thanks for tuning in.
Harvey, I want to know everything, and when I do, I want to be able to hang on every last word, but now's not the time. So what do you say that you go home, and you change into that armor, and you get ready to fight for Robert's good name?
Actually, hi for your wife. Oh, it feels. I want to know what it's like. Busy money. Back. The greenback boogie. Sing it, son. Greenback boogie.
Wait, did you go to the hairdresser yesterday? Let me just slide in here.
Alex Williams. Here's who's asking. My name is Stephen FO4, and I'm with the New York Bar. I wanted to talk about what you did at that hearing yesterday. I did what anybody would have done. All the same, you showed a lot of courage exposing your partner. Robert Zane's a legend. That could have been easy.
What do you think, hon?
It wasn't.
Roguishly handsome or handsomely roguish?
I'm here to discuss the next step. Removing Zane's name from your letterhead. What? Why do we do that? Because the man broke privilege and put your firm in a position to start hemorrhaging clients. Since when our clients in business on the same bar. Clients are your firm's character is, look, I know what Robert did was unethical, but it was one mistake. We're talking about a man's legacy.
Not bad.
Leaving his name up doesn't just hurt the legacy of your firm, it's hurting the integrity of the bar. And what if I don't see it that way? More importantly, what if my partners do? Because it's not my
Nice.
fault.
Did you get a haircut?
It's to everyone's benefit if you and your partners take that name down.
This new haircut's really working for me.
Thomas, hey, it's me. I was just wondering if you were free for lunch today. Maybe call again.
Greenback boogie.
That's why I'm here.
Another fine product of General Atomics International.
And I'm
Cosmos take
hoping
care of
that
it.
I delete
Abraxo for all your
mostly
cleaning
robotic
needs.
things. And yeah, we're gonna be getting a head start on that.
Huh. How'd you get on the floor, Mr. Bear? To think, one day he's gonna learn how to drive. He'll either be great at spelling or great at smashing blocks together. The glove's a little big right now, but Sean will grow into it. Should get this signed next time we're at the park. Wonder what Sean will grow up to be.
Thomas, what can I do for you? Unfortunately, Alex, I'm here to say that there's no longer anything you can't do. You're putting us in review, not review. I'm letting you go. Thomas, let me say what you're going to say, because I'm not interested in your excuses. You're my lawyer. You knew something and you kept it from me.
Good old USA.
The reason what we haven't been over is that I was to lie.
Broken again. We really need to get those vacation photos developed.
Make this better, Alex.
War never changes.
Everything that happened.
Got that right.
I can't live that
No
way.
need to get dressed twice.
At least say this. I appreciate what you did. I'm sorry it turned out this way. That means two of us.
Instamash, Fancy Lad Snack Cakes, Blamco Mac and Cheese. Expires in never. Sugar Bombs, 100% daily value of sugar. Thanks, Kazuo. Grognak the Barbarian and the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite. Nuka-Cola, ice cold. Looks like the milk got delivered. Saddle Up Salisbury Steak, graded A+. How can someone so small drink so much? Never gonna find that dog. It's a little early to be drinking. More of the same.
You know, I was nervous at first, but Codsworth's really good with Sean.
Now, who left those here?
Looking on next week's forecast, we have a high of 52 on Monday. Also, there are troops stationed overseas experiencing some unusual weather as well. On the island of Mamba Jau, the nights are cold, unseasonably so for Southeast Asia. But for the 5th Infantry, that's as comfortable.
Can you get that? It's probably that salesman. He comes for you every day.
I'm so proud of her.
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
Alex, hey,
Not going to take too much of your time.
Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying.
No, no worries, sir. No worries at all. I'm not selling anything. Not today. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
Maybe I don't want to talk to you.
No, you do. Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family's service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Go away.
Won't take but a moment. We do need to verify some information to make sure you're cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation.
Come back some other time.
Come on, hon. It's just a little paperwork. Let him fill it out, and it's done.
I said no.
And I'm saying yes. So there.
Splendid. Splendid. Let's get to it.
Good offense. What? I was just thinking, I must have said that to Mike Ross about 1,000 times.
Jesus, last night it was Jessica, tonight it's Mike Ross. Am I gonna have to hear stories about him now, too?
What I meant was, I keep getting reminded of how alike we are.
Well, here's to going on offense.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Yeah.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
This afternoon, right here in the city,
Mr. White,
Sultan.
Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs paternal affection. He's so good at.
You heard Codsworth. Go on.
Turn to economic news today. Vault-Tec stock continues to rise as tensions with China
Okay.
reach an all-time high. With the world poised on the brink of war, Vault-Tec is reporting a record number of reservations involved in the country. Vault-Tec announced a continuation of their popular Welcome Home promotion. They report openings are still available on area vaults 81, 111, and 114. Since debuting
How are the two most important men in my life doing? Spin the mobile a bit. He loves that. Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Will it be like that night in the park a year ago?
Sir, Mum, you should come and see this.
Codsworth, what's wrong?
followed by... Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes. Sounds of explosions.
Sir,
We're trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost contact with our affiliated stations. We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my God.
We need to get to the vault now.
I've got Sean.
Codsworth,
Let's go.
stay safe, buddy.
and your family as well, sir.
Residents of Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered, evacuate to Vault 111
Go, go, go. Move, 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 move. It's not a drill. This is not a drill.
Name now, but before I tell him to go to hell, he needs to know if you can afford to. That's why you're making lots of right. No.
Sir! I am Vault.
Not on the list. You don't get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Good luck, ma'am.
Excuse me.
And God help us all.
Hey,
Head to the elevator. You two, follow me. Come on.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside the
We're doing
gate?
everything we can. Now keep moving. Step on the platform in the center.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Both of you.
We love you too. Oh my God!
Hold on.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! We did it.
you all right?
Everyone please, step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
No need to worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home.
Vault
111.
111.
A better future underground.
Excuse me.
Up the stairs. Yes, up the stairs.
Vault Tech is here for you.
Just this way.
Don't get caught up thinking about this way.
Hey,
Hello there. Once we seal the vault,
Step over.
hey there.
just step over.
You'll need your suits before we can
thanks.
take you further.
What now?
Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
Hey there.
Just this way.
This is our new home.
Oh, you're gonna love it. This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you. Our home. Everything we had.
My mother and father down in D.C. How long do you think we'll be down here? They didn't make it.
Oh, we'll be going over all that in orientation.
Good fit, don't you think?
Just a
The
few
vault
medical
suit is
items we
designed to
have
be
to get through
fashionable
first.
as well as comfortable.
Prepared for the future, right?
Hey there.
Close call, huh? And to think I thought building the vault in the neighborhood was a bad idea.
Excuse me.
Just step in here and put your vault suit on. Step into...
Who's my little guy? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
There he is, see? Daddy's not going far.
All set?
I'm sorry to say, Frank. I'm getting this has nothing to do with Roberts. I just discovered.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
This has to do with
Time for a whole new life.
Resident secure.
something, Henry. Students listen.
Occupant vitals
Like that.
normal.
I can come to them.
Procedure complete.
If you don't speak Lewis, the university.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have nowhere else to turn. I need your help. I know this. I try.
Well, Jester is running the best legal team in the city. Gaining access to
Come on, come on! Oh, God! I'll find who did this, and I'll get Sean back. I promise.
because he sure as hell is gonna end up with his client.
We can still be trusted. Maybe you don't know.
I mean, I've been breaking my neck to get this done, and I can't even reach Harvey. Which makes me wonder if he gives a shit about this at all.
Don't you say that. The night it happened, he did not sleep a wink because he was up all night at Donna's trying to figure out what to do.
Was he though?
Yeah, he was.
Well, that is good to know. In fact, you might have just given me an idea about how we can keep Robert's clients after all.
Stephen Faulkner, how are you? Because I'm a fucking person to make us remove Robert's name. What do you know? You don't. As a matter of fact, it is. 7 years ago, when the firm had a partner disbarred, you didn't just let them leave up his name, you let them leave up his bio too.
Since we're talking about bio, let's talk about yours.
Because I'm not just calling
Giant
you
roaches?
to an author.
What the hell?
Become managing partner. What? That's right. We may not have authority to make you change your name, but we do have authority to make changes to a firm's leadership when it fails. Bullshit. Don't believe me? Look it up. Seems like that. We're not like all our partners. There's no way I will ever betray Lewis Lake. Now, if you don't take action, there will be consequences. You came to me with 2 proposals, so let me give you consequences. Go to hell and go fuck yourself.
You get my message?
Yeah, I did.
Good. So nice of you to return.
I didn't return your call because I've been a little busy trying to come back with some good news.
And
Look, Samantha...
that's what I thought. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because we're gonna give him what he wants.
Robert's clients? Can't do that.
Not his clients, Harvey. Yours.
What happened to teammates don't do that?
Things change.
Like what?
Why don't you ask your old friend?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like hell you don't. You didn't leave the other night to go be alone. You left me with Donna. And Lewis might buy that bullshit about you being up there talking about what to do. I know talking is what you're up to.
Samantha,
Why don't you skip the part where you try to explain why you lied to me and get to the part where you give Eric your clients?
I have no idea what happened between me and Donna. Second of all, I don't believe you're asking me to give up my client just because
Think he'll hear it better if it comes from me? I don't care how he hears it. It just needs to get done. Good. But don't mention my coming here. I told him I had book club
Where
tonight.
is everyone?
What are you saying you read? Eat, Pray, Love. Good choice. Except that is the kind of thing he'll want to read with you, assuming he hasn't read it already. Oh God, you're right. I suggest Amazon's. It's about hockey. He'll never pick it up. Perhaps I might like you after all. I have to admit, when I look at you, I see myself, though more attractive, with far less sexual magnetism. Why would you say that to me? Because I'm starting to care about you. And truth be told, your beauty's a turn-off. Friendly advice? You might want to front that up a bit.
Remember that thing about not telling anyone? Samantha knows.
From that look on your face, she's not taking it well.
She's not taking anything well.
Coming back later for you.
Lost the most important
What up,
person in her
David?
life, and then she finds
I'm
out that
free.
and we're off having a party.
Yeah, something like that.
We can't really blame her for that, can you?
No, not for that. But I can sure as hell blame her for the things she said.
How bad?
Bad. I'm telling you. If she weren't a woman...
Harvey, if there is one thing I know about Samantha, it's that she wouldn't want you to treat her differently because she's a woman.
What are you saying?
I'm saying it sounds like she's spoiling for a fight. And sometimes when somebody wants a fight, you have no choice but to give it to them.
I am not getting in the ring with Samantha.
Yes, you are. She boxes every morning. You go in there tomorrow, you let her get it out of her system.
Are you nuts? I'm not hitting a woman.
If I were you, I'd be more worried about losing to that woman.
I am not losing to anyone.
Harvey, she is military trained. Lewis said that she put down his mugger in about 5 seconds flat. And from what I know about her, the most pissed off person usually wins. Harvey, listen to me. She needs this just like you would. So if you're not willing to give it to her, that's not looking out for her. That's just disrespecting her.
Is this all that's left?
Whatever it is, I am tired of talking.
We're not talking. We're going. Right now.
I'm not fighting.
Yeah, you are. We're talking about the day you got here. Now you're pissed when you said you wanted to put me through a wall. Well, here I am.
Damn right I want to put you through a wall, but not today. You feel awful about what you did, and I don't want any excuses when you kick your ass.
There aren't going to be any excuses because I'm not going to keep it.
Get out of my face.
I'm not going anywhere.
Watch yourself.
You're in the ring with the man who's responsible for destroying your mentor.
I'm warning
The
you.
man who put his needs in front of yours.
You don't want to do this.
The man who decided his love life is more important. I guess it's on.
Yes, it is.
Is anyone alive? Did anyone get out?
Ready to be done?
Oh, I'm just getting started.
Trina, what are you doing here so early?
I need to talk to you. And I need it to be before this place is crawling with people.
Okay. What is it?
It's what everyone in this firm knows has to be done, and no one seems willing to tell Lewis.
You mean taking Zane's name down?
Yes, that's what I mean.
He's not going to want to do it.
You think I do? But the longer we leave his name up there, the more damage we inflict on ourselves. Right there, you know what I mean.
So what if I do? Why are you coming to me and not Harvey or Donna?
Because it's going to come down to a vote. And without you and Lewis pushing the others, it's never going to happen. And if that's not good enough, because you owe me.
No, you're not calling that in for this.
Did you think I was going to ask you to wash my car? Alex? You know this is the right thing to do.
Stand back.
What the hell is stopping you?
He didn't do it, Katrina. Robert didn't do it.
What it's worth, I didn't think he did. But that doesn't matter. Because he said he did.
All right. I'll get Lewis to agree. Me? I'm surprised you could sit after I kicked your ass.
You didn't kick anything. Relevant? It's pretty good for playing 70.
Hey.
You want to go again?
No. Me neither. Look, if you want me to give up my clients to Calder, I will. Is that what Robert would want?
No. Not what I want either.
What is?
We fight for his clients. We keep who we can keep, but his name stays up no matter what.
Enjoy your return to the service, and thank you for choosing Vault-Tec.
Lewis. Henry. Hi, thanks for getting back to me so soon. Listen, about what I said earlier. Don't give it another thought. Don't tell me. I'm not welcome to speak.
Even if they didn't, Lewis, Harvard students are not going to be fooled.
By some speech. They're going to respond to your actions. Oh, damn it, I'm taking every action I can think of.
No, Lewis. You're bending over backwards to avoid taking the one action you should.
Thanks for trying, Henry.
Take care, Lewis.
You look like you just got some bad news. I did. This thing, my reputation, it's worse than I thought. Actually, that's what I'm here to talk to you about. No, I'm not doing it. Lois, even Katrina knows it's the right thing. She went to you behind my back. She would have come in here and told you that to your face, but I didn't take the chance.
Why not?
Because I didn't want to be here. The bar trying to get me to go to managing part. What? They can't do that. They can't, and they have. In 97, they got a main partner to step in as managing partner. Exactly the same situation. It's going to require a vote. And we have to right here. We need 3. You know this man will not say yes. Neither will Donna. This is what things started with. Harvey, he's an only child. That's what people see right now. No, I liked him with something like this before. Didn't like it then, he certainly won't like it now, and I'm telling you, the only chance we have, I'm saying yes, I go to see him. Tina, I know Calder said that it's your final decision. There's nothing left to say. I was one of Rob's clients. What can I say? We need to put that to us. Talking about taking Robert's name here. Not gonna happen. Harvey? Damn it, Lewis! I gave Samantha my word. You said... I know what I said. But since then, the bar has been up our asses. Clients have been dropping like flies. We are not gonna have any associates next year if we do not do this. Alex is with me. That's 2 votes. Your vote makes it happen.
Makes what happen, Lewis?
I was just explaining to
You
Harvey.
weren't explaining shit. You were going behind my back trying to pull Robert's name out. You know, my dead body. Is that gonna happen?
Well, it's not only up to you.
You gave me your word that Robert's name stays up. Did you tell him that?
Yes, I did.
Then what the fuck is going on here?
What's going on is, we don't do this. This firm has no future.
Then let me be clear. If you do this, I'm gone. And you'll be lucky if I don't go to the bar and tell them what really happened.
You really think she's gonna go to the bar? I don't know. Well, goddamn it, Harvey. His name stays up, and his clients go. We might as well just close up shop. We'll just have to make sure his clients stay. What the hell does that mean? It means we don't need to take Robert's name down. We just have to keep his clients. Well, we aren't keeping his clients. We haven't been, Lewis, but we can. And I know just where to start. Cat dragged in. You're backing off, and you're backing off now. Roberts are yours. Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to guess this one. They're mine. Wow, I would have totally gotten that wrong. Be heading this right now. What does she do to convince you? Why don't you just take your win and go home, Eric? It's no fun winning if you can't rub it in. I mean, I knew she had Zane wrapped around her little finger. I just didn't... Finish that sentence, Eric. Go ahead, finish that sentence.
Hell yeah.
You do that. And don't you ever say another word about Rocket.
Hell yeah.
Decide if you're going to kill Lewis or not? It's 50-50. Well, if it makes any difference, Rand Caldor officially backed off.
Gave his clients to Eric?
He did. There's one more to give up, and it's one of his favorites. Greek Street Athletics.
Why?
He wanted to make a gesture.
He did or you did?
Samantha. It was 100% his idea. I just asked if I could be the one to tell you because it would give me a chance to say something that I need to say.
Donna, you don't have to.
I put myself over the firm, and it cost you dearly. And if I'm being honest, if I could somehow go back and I don't know if I could.
Donna. Leave because of you.
What?
He did something years ago. For me. It'd been eating him up and I didn't know about it. When he left, he told me, and ever since then,
No wonder you were so upset. You felt responsible.
he's gone, Donna.
I know. But for what it's worth, we're here to pick up the slack.
I imagine you heard about Zane's name staying up.
I did.
Look, I know it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I still owe you.
No. I asked you to convince Lewis, and you did that.
Well, I might not owe you, but that doesn't mean you can't still come down.
Means we're rolling the dice that keeping Zane's clients will be enough.
Yes, it does.
Alex, I don't mean to pry, but do you know something I don't?
Nothing worth telling. Night, Katrina.
I would admit I never thought I'd see this place again.
Even with the furniture, it's not the same without them.
What to meet you here?
Mike asked me to rent it out for them, and they left. I never did.
It must have cost them a fortune.
Didn't cost them a thing. I created a fake tenant. Been paying rent ever since.
They came back.
I know it sounds crazy.
It's not crazy.
Glad that Lewis interrupted us the other morning.
You are?
Yeah. Gave me time to realize I have more to tell you.
Like about this apartment?
It used to remind me of all the things I've lost. It reminds me of all the things... except...
What do you mean?
I mean, a week ago, I never would have come over knowing that you were still with Thomas. But that night, I didn't even think about it. Because once it hit me that we should be together, it felt like we've always been together.
Uh-oh, you're gonna make me cry.
I'm just getting started. I thought I was gonna lose everything at that hearing. And then I didn't. But I felt empty. And then I won. And you weren't there. What I'm trying to say is that night, everything finally made sense. I'm finally where I'm supposed to be. We both are.
What?
Guess whose name I put on the fake lease? Rick Sorkin.
Oh my God, that's the kid who didn't show up for his interview the day you hired Mike.
See? That's what I love about you. You get me.
All about me. Louis Litt?
Yeah.
My name is Faye Richardson. I'm here on behalf of the New York Bar Association.
You do what?
This is a court order granting me full control of your law firm under the bar's special master provision.
No. You can't do this.
You're correct. You do have a choice. You can refuse, in which case tomorrow morning the bar will suspend every partner in this firm from practicing law for 6 months.
You do that, they might as well take us apart brick by brick.
Be that as it may, the only way to avoid that outcome is for you to sign that document right now.
You up for another round?
You're probably the only one here who can give me a real fight. But I doubt a workout is why you texted.
What if they call me on my shit?
So what's going on, Louis?
The thunder? Got fired?
What? Last I heard the job was going great.
It was. But we just missed out on a DOD contract.
Which means they're letting guys go.
Only one for my department. The guy they're keeping is the CEO's son-in-law. It's nepotism, no two ways about it.
It's more than that. It's a lawsuit.
I thought so too. So you know any hotshot lawyers that might be interested in my case?
I might. Why don't we get breakfast? You can fill me in.
Hey, if you're buying, you better show up on my bill because I didn't come looking for charity.
That. It's not charity. It's called pro bono.
Submit.
Lucas, we serve together. I'm not taking one for you.
Marvin, Donna, what a pleasant surprise. Can I interest you in some Weetabix?
Wow. What are you wearing?
What do you mean, what am I wearing? It's my mankini.
You're what now?
It's a Speedo. I wear it instead of underwear. It's incredibly supportive. Here, let me show you.
Donna?
Louis, as much as we would love for you to show us how supportive your underwear is, Harvey and I are here to share some news about why we were together the other morning.
Yeah, I know why you're together. You're worried about the firm.
Except the firm isn't the reason why Harvey came over the other night, and it's definitely not why he stayed over.
Wait, Harvey, you have a problem with your phone? I need to use my shower.
That's not... I'm never gonna use your shower.
But it's got a steam feature. Come on upstairs, I'll show you.
Louis, Harvey and I are together.
Yeah, I know you're together.
See? Like, how did you even make it through law school?
No. Harvey and I are in a relationship.
God.
Yeah. And we didn't want to tell you before because it wasn't the right time, but we're telling you now because we're happy and we don't want to hide that anymore.
Especially not from our partner. And our friend.
I really appreciate that, Harvey, and I am so happy for you both.
But?
A proper celebration's gonna have to wait because I have some news too.
What is it, Louis?
We have a problem.
How long is she going to be here?
I don't know. Apparently, it's left to the bar's discretion.
Bullshit! There's no way I'm letting the bar move someone into my house and telling me how to run it.
What? You know what? This never would have happened if you just...
Don't even say it.
You don't even know what I was going to say.
I can take a guess. You were going to say this all happened because of what Robert did. It happened because of your collective choices.
This is a private meeting, Faye.
Well, it's also the perfect opportunity for me to introduce myself to the firm's leadership. Such as it is.
Such as it is?
Miss Paulson, when a firm's out of control, that starts at the top.
If you think you can waltz right in here and start throwing around accusations...
Then how about we throw around some facts? We've had 2 managing partners disbarred in as many years, a junior partner go to prison. And if you think anybody believes that you weren't a party to that fraud, think again. But as of today, I'm wiping the slate clean of everything you've ever done.
You have no proof we've ever done anything.
I have experience. And when there's this much smoke, there's always fire. So if you want me gone, there's only one way to make that happen. Convince me you people can be trusted and loyal. And if we don't? You mean if you continue to cross lines? Then you'll be fired.
You don't have the authority to do that.
Yes, I do. As I have the authority to approve new cases, allocate resources, and just about anything else I see fit. And the first order of business is doing what you all should have. Taking Robert Zane's name off that wall.
No. That is not happening.
If you think you have a say in the matter, you haven't grasped the situation.
If you so much as reach for that name, you haven't grasped that I will find something on you.
And that mentality perfectly underlines why I'm here. And leaving that name up sends the wrong message.
It sends the message that we don't throw our friends to the wolves.
You want to throw your friend a retirement party or help him launch a charter boat company to show your support, be my guest. But that name comes down today.
I don't believe this. You're just gonna let her do this?
Samantha, it's not our decision.
Well, whether I stay here or not is. So you can go to hell.
Fortunately, I'm used to reactions like that. So, as I said to Lewis when you signed off on this, I suggest you start getting used to doing things my way. Because this isn't the Wild West.
Don't bother, Harvey. I'm out of here. This place is not for me.
Samantha, you can't quit. We need you.
Well, she doesn't need me. She's the one calling the shots. And if you think just because you gave me a client, I'm going to stay here...
Samantha, like it or not, the world thinks we're out. People also think that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So if you leave, it's not going to look like a protest. It'll look like what they all think is true.
I just don't have it in me to roll over to her, Harvey.
I'm not asking you to roll over. I'm asking you to wait this thing out. Because the second she leaves, we're going to put his name right back on that wall.
And what about the fact she gets approval over all new cases? Because I met with an old friend this morning. He can't afford us, and there is no way I'm not helping him.
Then as far as I'm concerned, you met with him last night, which means it's not a new case. If she has a problem with that, she can take it up with me.
Lewis, we need to talk.
What is it?
You didn't mention that you signed off on this whole thing.
What difference does it make? I didn't have a choice.
Yes, you did. You could have used her to convince Harvey to take that name down, which thanks to you was happening anyway.
Thanks to me?
I don't see anybody else in this room.
And you weren't there last night, Alex. If I had refused, they would have suspended everybody's license for 6 months, right then and there. So do you want to keep fighting with each other, or do you want to start fighting her?
There is no fighting her.
Rachel, please, this doesn't involve you.
Well, maybe it should. Since I'm the only one who knows St. Richard's case.
You know her.
I worked in her firm years ago. Back before she became the bar's special asshole. Word was, when she was managing partner, she found out her husband crossed some kind of line. She stripped his name off the wall and fired him.
Damn. A woman who could do that to her own husband is going to care what we do to her.
But you'll care about what the bar does.
You got something?
Am I?
And just how long is this woman going to be here?
Well, according to her, as long as she deems it necessary.
Katrina. This is exactly why I went to Alex to take Robert's name down. Something like this was bound to happen.
Well, I can understand how you feel that way, but at the time, standing by Robert felt like the right thing to do.
Am I interrupting?
I was actually heading out. Katrina Bennett.
Faye Richardson. Pleasure to meet you.
Miss Richardson.
Is this a meeting? Please, call me Faye. I may be here as a special master, but doesn't mean we can't be on a first-name basis.
Well, is there something that I can do for you, Faye?
I understand as COO, you handle administrative coordination?
That's right. Are you looking to get a
I'm
secretary?
looking to schedule an exit interview with Thomas Kessler.
And why would you want to meet with Mr. Kessler?
Because his firm's troubles started when it put Mr. Kessler's interests above another client's. I don't understand why someone they did that for would suddenly leave.
And you think his reasons might indicate an underlying problem?
Do you think there's an underlying problem?
I get the feeling you're really asking whether I'd tell you if I thought there was. If you know anything about me, you'd know that I have a reputation for solving problems, not hiding them. Which is why I already sent Mr. Kessler our exit survey, so when I get his responses, I will forward them to you.
Oh, please do. In the meantime, I'd appreciate you setting up that interview.
I just explained...
I know. I just find face-to-face meetings much more informative. Don't you?
I certainly do. I'll set that up.
Wonderful. Anytime tomorrow should be fine.
Harvey, we need to talk.
We sure do. I'm sorry, Donna. I know you're going to disagree with me, but...
That woman needs to go. Now.
What?
What do you mean, what?
That's what I was going to say.
So?
So you're not going to try and talk me out of it? That's so unlike you.
That is unlike me.
Maybe you're not going to try and talk me out of it because you're less uptight
Since we... what?
Nothing. Since we nothing.
That's right. Because if anybody was uptight, it was you.
But I'm the one acting consistently.
Okay, maybe I was uptight. Or maybe I've had it with Faye's bullshit.
I prefer my uptight theory.
Well, I prefer that Faye not find out that it wasn't Robert who broke privilege. It was us.
Wait, what are you talking about?
She just asked me to schedule an exit interview with Thomas.
Donna, we can't let that happen. Thomas won't lie for us again.
I know. So the question is, how do we stop it?
Well, if we can't ask Thomas to lie again, there's only one way out. Make it so he doesn't have to talk to her at all.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Miss Wheeler. Now, what's this about?
Let's see. How about nepotism and wrongful termination?
You're here about Lucas Hodges.
That was fast.
Well, he's the only person we've let go recently, and we were perfectly justified in our decision.
Why don't we let a judge decide that?
You might want to get your facts straight first.
The facts are, you needed to cut someone loose, and you chose to keep your son-in-law over a more qualified employee who happens to be a two-tour veteran.
I know what he is.
Then you should know, if you don't reinstate him, I'm going to wrap Lucas up in a flag, put him in front of a jury, and then we'll see exactly how many government contracts you get.
Then we'll wrap you in time cards and the medical bills we footed for an employee that Lucas injured.
What?
Lucas was far from perfect, Miss Wheeler. He missed work at crunch time. He didn't always even call in.
Says the man trying to get out of a lawsuit.
We don't have a lawsuit because we had cause. If you don't believe me, ask my secretary for his records. They'll show that he was erratic. He was impossible to work with. For God's sakes, one day someone startled him. He practically attacked the man.
And if that's true, why didn't you bring this up when you let him go?
Because I like Lucas. So we said it was because of that contract to give him a soft landing, but the truth is, we were going to fire him no matter what. So I'm sorry that he lied to you, but the suit has no merit. You can show yourself out.
Lewis, if you're here about changing our default font back to Helvetica, I already told you.
I'm not here about that, Benjamin. I'm here because of Faye Richardson.
I just set up her firewall this morning. What about her?
She's an intruder, and she just fired a shot across our beloved bow.
Give me an order, Captain.
It's Admiral, and I want you to find a loophole in the bar's bylaws that I can use to force them to remove her.
But the bar's bylaws are like 1,000 pages long.
3,000. And somewhere in there is a technicality that'll get rid of that woman, and you're going to build a program to find it.
Lewis, I don't know if I can do that.
Benjamin, our home is under attack, and I can't defend it alone. I need you to do this, and I need you to do it quietly. Now, can I count on you or not, sailor?
Aye, aye, Captain.
It's
Admiral.
That's right.
Whatever.
I can't believe they're using those days I missed against me.
They're using them because they constitute cause. The question is, why didn't you tell me?
There's a couple days here and there.
Lucas, I never saw you be late to one exercise, one training session.
So what?
So you know what? The absences, the aggression, all worse during high-stress periods.
But Samantha.
You have PTSD, don't you?
No, I do not. But check my medical records. There's nothing in them.
Because you never saw a doctor?
Of course I saw a doctor.
Why was that?
Because I had trouble sleeping.
Because of nightmares? Flashbacks?
I want to talk about this.
Well, we're going to talk about it. Because I can't defend you if you're not being honest with me.
Honest about what? About how there are nights I'm afraid to close my eyes and days I never get out of bed?
Listen to me. You have nothing to be ashamed of. There are literally thousands of people going through the exact same thing. And once we get you diagnosed,
I'm not getting diagnosed.
Lucas, it'll protect you.
Samantha, I told them I didn't want to be diagnosed back then. I'm not getting reclassified now. That's the end of it.
Wait a minute. You told them? You told your psychiatrist?
I went to a psychiatrist. I went to an MD. I begged him not to put it on my record. He put it down as anxiety and gave me pills. And it kept me going through my tour.
And what's he better?
I thought it would get better.
But it didn't.
No. It got worse.
Well, if your employer won't pay, maybe someone else will.
Harvey.
Thomas, mind if I come in? We don't think we have much to talk about.
Unfortunately, we do. Because as a result of that hearing, the bar installed someone to watch every move we make. And now she wants to ask you why you're leaving.
How do you know I'm not gonna lie again?
Which is why I'm here, to ask you not to leave.
You've gotta be joking.
Thank you.
Just hear me out, please. You've been with us a long time, and in that time, we've tripled your business, taken you public.
I completely betrayed my trust.
No, I betrayed my own life. I lost
Right
my
here?
friend and my partner.
Yeah. Not like real bad.
You're technically right. You would've lost yours. I'm not saying. I know I need to get back to
It's noodles.
And you fixed all that.
You sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's too bad, because I just heard you were found an associate in a military records for an case. What if I did? Well, misunderstanding all the progress with all the matters, and this one has red flags all over it. Well, I don't see any red flags, and I'm not hanging anything on it. That's because the truth is the red flag. If you start to lose, I'm not quite that way. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't think I know a cover story when I hear one? I don't care what you think I know. I still haven't got the case on it because according to your own rules, you don't get a say whether I drop this or not. Nor do you get a say on the use of common resources, in particular on the cases that get me. So if you pursue this, you do this without your expense account, our associates, and anything else. And if I find out otherwise, okay. It's not easy for me, and it's not an easy thing to know. Don't you get it? I cannot let you down.
show mommy what you did. Okay, show mommy what you did today. What you do outside? Yeah, outside, earlier. Did you just say you wanted to hit his dad?
Alex, not now.
Yes, now, because Brumwell just told me they're being sued again. Shit, we got them off. I know that. To make matters worse, we drew Judge Dorsey.
God damn it. What?
Louis, do you have a minute? Because I've hit a snag with our new server problem.
The code. Alex is on our side.
In that case, I need a digital copy of the bar's bylaws, but they're password protected.
Scan the ones I gave you.
I tried that.
Well, are you shitting me? You can't even scan a simple document without screwing up?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, it isn't my fault that we're in this situation, but here I am, busting my ass, getting humiliated, and the one person that I asked to help me can't even tie his own goddamn shoes. So I don't care what it takes. Get that copy and get it today.
But Benjamin, give us a few minutes. Okay, Louis, what's going on?
You know what's going on.
Yeah, I do. Because I bit my own secretary's head off 3 seconds after getting off the phone with Bromwell. Not to mention what? Nothing. It's not important. What is important is you and I are going out, and we're going out right now.
Alex, I don't need...
Yes, you do, and so do I. Because if we don't blow off some steam, one of us is going to kill someone.
Well, then what do you suggest? Because there's no opera today. I have not gotten my MUD membership card back yet. And unless there's a cat fair that I don't know about, we have got nothing.
I have just a thing.
Mr. Daly, how many of your employees are veterans?
I would just say anywhere from 30 to 40% at any given time.
So it's safe to say you're familiar with the struggles many veterans face.
I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. Is that specific enough?
Yes, I'm familiar, but what's your point?
My point is, do you think Lucas Hodges suffers from PTSD?
My client's not a psychiatrist.
He's the one who said he's familiar with it.
That doesn't necessarily mean...
You had his office furniture rearranged so his back wouldn't face the door, Tom. And the only reason you would do something like that is if you suspected the truth.
Suspicion is not knowing.
Answer the question.
Are you sure you want me to answer that question? Because if you do, I'm going to say, yes, I did. And then I'm going to demand proof that he is a member of a protected class, which means an official diagnosis on his permanent record. Is that really what your client wants, Miss Wheeler?
We didn't think so. Which is why we're prepared to offer sealed settlement of $25,000.
That isn't even a third of what he was going to make this year.
That's the best you're going to get. Take the deal and let everyone walk away. Or he can turn the camera back on and answer your question. Our offer stands for 24 hours.
All right, so what? I just roll this thing down there and knock over the 6?
Pins. How we never rolled before?
Fourth grade, Joshua Preciser had a birthday bowling party. Before we even started, I got my finger stuck in the ball. They called me sausage fingers till 8th grade.
So what do? I just throw... How do I throw?
Just walk to the line, release it.
That's okay. Happens to everyone. Just try to keep your arms straight.
Shit!
Maybe we should try some bubbles.
No! So stupid. If it weren't for the shoes, nobody would play this ridiculous game at all.
Okay. Let's try Granny style.
Oh. Oh, yeah. No problem. God damn it! This is worse than when I lost the junior wrestling championship.
You wrestled?
I don't know if you know this about me, Alex, but I had a lot of rage.
Wait a second. Rage. That's it. Louis, I want you to imagine Faye's face on all those pins. Imagine she's taking your firm and laughing at you.
Of course I'm taking your firm, Louis, because you're weak and ineffectual, and you don't deserve it. Because you're nothing. You're a sausage-fingered failure.
Excuse me, miss. I'm here to sign an engagement letter. Perhaps you can help me.
Thomas, right on time.
Well, what can I say? I'm nothing if not punctual.
Well, Lewis always did say that it was one of your many stellar qualities.
Oh, really? And what were some of my others?
Loyalty, integrity, height.
Height.
What can I say? Lewis prizes what he doesn't have, and the fact that you got that full head of hair, that makes you practically a god.
Well, as much as I could talk about my stellar qualities all day.
If you do that, then this engagement letter won't sign itself.
No, it won't.
Well, all you have to do is sign it, and I will make sure that Harvey gets it right away.
It's okay, Don. I can drop it off. You and I have some business to discuss anyway.
It's good to see you, Thomas.
It's good to see you, too.
I can't believe you bowled a perfect game.
I can't believe they didn't have rosé.
So I see you went with pina colada instead.
Never disappoints. Thanks for bringing me here, Alex. I haven't felt this relaxed in days. It's like ever since you got here, I've been on the outside of my own farm.
Believe it or not, Lewis, I know exactly how you feel. When I first got to the firm, I thought Harvey and I were going to be like Stockton and Malone. But for whatever reason, that didn't happen. Then I thought I was getting my name on the wall, and I found myself in a different picture with Samantha instead.
I was no picnic either.
No, you were not. The thing is, all that happened, and I'm still standing. And Lewis, when this is done, you'll be standing too.
We'll be standing.
So, about this wrestling thing.
Not many people know. I told Harvey who got the onesie for my birthday. You ever wear it? That's not the point.
Well, since we're talking about things people don't know, I tap.
No way.
Holy shit. How? When? My mom made me take lessons when I was a kid.
I don't believe it. You have chaps, you dance. You might be the manliest man I've ever met.
Well, what do you say we keep our manliness between us?
No, please, say no more. I've had to downplay my masculinity in front of Harvey for years.
I'm sure you have, Lewis. I'm sure you have.
Well, what?
How did it go?
Shitty. They offered us $25,000 and said if we want more, we'll have to go on record with an official diagnosis.
Okay, if they're offering that, we can probably get them up another 25.
50,000 isn't enough. I want 500.
Samantha, that's never going to happen. We have no leverage.
So we'll get some.
You're going to blackmail him?
I'm going to do right by my client.
And if you think extorting a settlement is doing right by your client, then Faye was right. You shouldn't have taken this case.
I don't believe this. She got to you.
No, Samantha, I got to me. And what you're talking about is exactly the type of thing that got us handcuffed to her in the first place.
And if you think I asked for your help so you could be little Sally Girl Scout...
I think you're letting your guilt blind you to what Lucas really needs, which is treatment for his condition.
You don't think I know that? I tried, but I can't make him get help any more than I could...
Samantha, I understand what you're feeling. But this isn't the way to help your friend.
Donna, there you are. I was looking all over for you. Listen, I wanted to tell you how sorry I am about the other morning.
Am I missing something? What do you have to be sorry about?
Well, you and Harvey came to me with wonderful news. And I got so caught up with the firm situation that I really didn't get a chance to say how happy I am for you.
Oh, that's really thoughtful of you, Lewis, but I completely understood.
All the same, you're my friend. Monumental thing happened for you, and I want to hear all about it.
You mean girl talk?
You know it. Which means I want to hear how it happened.
I will tell you.
When it happened.
All the details.
What was it like?
Okay, I'm shutting this down right now.
No, Donna, I don't mean like that. I just want to do a side-by-side comparison of Harvey's style to mine.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. What I mean to say is, I'm thrilled for you. I'm even happier for Harvey.
Oh, really? And why is that?
Because you're the best thing that's ever happened to him. And he finally knows it.
That's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me.
Does this mean you reconsider describing Harvey's technique to me? All right, then we'll do it later.
You are not going to believe what Lewis just
Thomas
tried.
backed out.
What?
He said he thought he could handle it, but he couldn't.
Harvey, I told Faye that he was signing with us. This means that he's gonna...
I know what he means. She's gonna want to go back to interviewing him.
No, she won't. Because I'm gonna tell her the truth. Anna, what can I do for you? You can listen. If we understand why Thomas Kessler left. The impression it didn't matter when you told me he was coming back. He's not. And the reason he's not is the same reason he left. He isn't just a client. He and I were in a relationship. Were? Yes. We ended it a few days ago, and you can ask him about it yourself, but you would just be making him reopen a wound that he is trying to close. Why didn't you tell me this before? Have you ever been in a relationship that you thought would last, but didn't? And when it ended, there was collateral damage that you never could have anticipated, but still felt responsible for? That's why. You can cancel the interview, Donna. And thank you for telling me the truth.
So, it's a settlement offer for $25,000.
I don't want a settlement. I want my job back.
Lucas, listen to me. It took me a long time to admit that sometimes I need help. And right now, you need professional help. You're not going to get out of this hole without me.
Damn it, I told you!
I know what you told me. But you're my friend. You're still living back there, and I am not going to leave you behind.
What do you know about this? You weren't even there.
And I will feel guilty about that for the rest of my life. But what I'm not going to do is let you leave here without signing this job offer.
What? I thought you couldn't.
I can't. I created a corporation. That is a contract between you and SW Industries. To the world, you have a job. 1 year, the pay is $100,000.
I can't take your money.
It's not charity. If you don't get the help you need, that contract is null and void. Lucas, I have only ever told one other person this. I was beaten as a kid. And it took admitting that I needed professional help to get over it. You've been to war.
I told myself I could handle it.
You can. Just can't do it alone. That looks delicious. Mind if I have some?
You want some pruning?
I would. In fact, why don't you pour another glass and we can take it down to Benjamin. He's been working so hard. Yeah, I was having a little trouble with my emails, so I went to get him. And wouldn't you know it, I found him hip deep in the bar's bylaws.
Well, you know Benjamin is an avid reader.
Especially when he's given an assignment by the managing partner.
I believe it, he told you.
That's what you're concerned about? You people. I come here and give you a chance to clean up your act. And inside of 2 days, not only am I openly defied left and right, but I find out the managing partner wants me gone so badly, he ordered someone to hack the New York bar.
Bullshit. I didn't order Benjamin to do that.
Are you saying he's lying to me now?
I'm saying I told him that I didn't give a shit what it took. I wanted the bylaws. I didn't mean
to hack them? Well, that's what he took it to mean, because you gave him an order, said you didn't care how he accomplished it. And you know what? As far as I'm concerned, you're lucky I'm not letting you go right now.
You can't talk to me like that.
That's the problem with this place. You're a bunch of wild dogs running around, defecating all over the legal standards. And you can bet your ass I'm gonna put a leash on every one.
done. It was the truth, Harvey. There was nothing to hide. Oh, that is a pre-trial thing, not a we just got out of trouble thing.
Who says it can't be both?
The can opener says it can't be both. You can't argue with the can opener. Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
You might not be the bad guy, but that doesn't mean
I hate to interrupt, but you need to get yourselves over to IT, and you need to do it right now.
What the fuck did you do? Louis, you don't understand. She knew before I even told her. Bullshit. She knew because you told her. You betrayed me. You betrayed this firm. I tried to hide it. I swear. Save your pathetic excuses and get the hell out of my firm. You are fired.
Louis, stop.
Stay out of this. I'm not staying out of it. Neither am I.
Huh?
I asked this traitor to help us get rid of Fett.
Okay. Which one? Jay? What's wrong with the switch? Okay, come here. I understand. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay.
Dude, I've been smacked a couple times and kicked, so I'm over it.
You don't need to be hitting mommy.
He told mommy I had 2 minutes on my phone.
Whose phone is it? Not your phone. You own your phone. You'll be lucky if you get an earned one. And if you're going to behave like this, you're not. Pow-pow? You take the switch, you won't have anything. No! Okay. Come on. You want to go play on the Switch? You're hungry? Go get something to eat. Bring something. And stop crying. No one's put a hand on you. Okay, I'm just gonna whip you. Come on, go to mommy. Go to mommy. too? Daddy go get you a hot dog too, okay?
To Faye. Instead of doing it, he ratted me out.
Lewis, what was I supposed to do? She found out about the hack.
What hack?
He asked me to find a loophole in the bar's bylaw that he could use to get Faye out.
Lewis, you have no right to ask him that.
Bullshit. I had every right. I'm the managing partner, just like I have the right to fire him.
No, you don't. There's 3 of us here. I'm calling it to a vote. I'm against.
You can't do that. He's support staff. It's not subject to a vote.
Oh, the hell it isn't. Right, Harvey?
Right. Lewis. Okay, this is horseshit. You're just agreeing with Donna because you don't want her to be mad at you now that you're in a relationship.
Lewis, that's ridiculous. Harvey would never side with me just because of that.
Yeah, I knew it. Which means it's my call. Benjamin's gone.
No, he's not. Because this shows an utter lack of judgment. And I'm not letting it stand.
No, you're just gonna come in here and publicly humiliate me for the 3rd time in as many days. Well, forgive me if I don't feel like sticking around for your party.
Is it ready telling people?
Well, I went by his office earlier to see how he's doing with the whole Faye thing, and Gretchen told me wait.
Well, if you want to know how it went, the man's actually a natural.
I'm not surprised.
You are?
No. Once he puts his mind to things, Lewis is an incredibly quick study.
You really do know him.
I do. Which is why I know he's going to need his friends now more than ever. You were there for him today, and I appreciate that.
Well, I'll be there for him tomorrow, too. We all will.
What are you doing here?
I heard what you said about humiliating him, so I'm coming to you in private to say what I have to say.
What is it?
Well, for starters, Benjamin is staying because he doesn't deserve to be punished for doing something he made him do.
I told you I didn't make him do anything.
And Wells Fargo didn't make its employees open those fake accounts. The pressure from the top is hard to withstand.
Well, then why don't you have that engraved on a paperweight? Because you may be special master, but I'm managing partner. That gives me certain rights.
Not anymore.
Oh, what, because I went after your bylaws, you think you can go after mine? Good luck. They're airtight.
I meant you're not managing partner anymore. Effective immediately. You're stripped of your title and all the duties that go with it. You can either accept this or resign.
Here. This might take the edge off.
Okay, Sheila, I just got demoted. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. How is a cup of rooibos going to take the edge off?
Drink it. Now, I have to ask. Is this really the worst thing that's ever happened to you? Because as I recall, you didn't even know your managing partner when Donna asked you to take it.
Because she asked me, then I found out you were pregnant. It was the only time in my entire life I would have said I didn't want the job.
And did you actually enjoy it once you had it?
No, I did.
Really? Trying to manage your best friend, accepting Brian Altman's resignation, taking Robert Zane's name off the wall.
Sheila, you said you fell in love with me because I was a lion. Now I'm just a house cat with his balls cut off.
Lewis.
Hear what I just said? I'm a ballless cat. Which reminds me, when are we getting another cat?
Oh, I'll tell you when. Never.
But you said you'd be open to a hairless.
That was said in a vulnerable moment. Lewis, point is, it's not the end of the world, and this isn't going to last forever.
Sheila, I know the job wasn't sunshine and rainbows, but I was getting really good at it. And I don't know how long I can keep going to work not being in charge.
Hey.
Hey,
Couldn't help but notice you didn't come over last night.
I know.
Did you also know that's the first night we haven't spent together since...
I did.
Oh, what's going on?
I didn't know how to make sense of you taking my side with Lewis when you didn't agree with me.
What do you mean? I thought you would like that.
Well, I don't. I don't want you saying things that you don't believe. And I want to know why you did it.
I guess because I was afraid you'd be mad at me.
Well, that's never stopped you before.
Because before we weren't together.
Oh my God. Of course. Harvey, I'm not going to leave you. And I'm certainly not going to leave you over something that happens here.
I also don't want something that happens here to be the reason we don't spend the night together.
Neither do I. I guess we're just going to have to figure out a way to make sure that our work doesn't intrude on our lives.
Well, what if I said we could start by going out one night a week, just us, and talk about anything but this place?
I'd say that's a great idea. Where did you get this idea for the whole once-a-week dinner thing?
All right, look. Once in a while, not on a regular basis. Mornings.
No way. It can't be that. I'm not buying it.
I'm serious, Donna. You'd be surprised how common a problem it is for couples to strike the right work-life balance.
Who are you?
Look, I know things about you, too. Does the word Albuquerque mean anything to you?
Now, I told you that in confidence, and for you to bring that up now,
You
that
see?
is totally
I gotcha.
I hate to interrupt, but you two need to drop whatever you're doing and go see Lewis.
What is it, Gretchen?
They stripped him of managing partner last night.
Oh my God. We need to go to him right now.
No. You go to him. I need to go see Faye. Isn't it enough you took his firm? You had to take his title, too?
I take it you heard about Lewis?
You're damn right I did, and this isn't going to stand.
It is because he instructed a subordinate to hack the New York bar.
He said he didn't order Benjamin to do that, and I believe him.
I don't care what you believe. He tried to fire the man when he got caught. That's unacceptable.
Damn it, not everybody has to do everything by your book.
And what you're still failing to comprehend is that if you choose to disobey me, there'll be consequences.
You want consequences, I'll give you consequences.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means Lewis may not be managing partner anymore, but I'm sure as hell not answering to you.
Greenback bookie.
Lewis, I just heard.
Well, good for you. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, then why don't you tell me what you're going to do about it?
I got demoted, Donna. There's nothing I can do about it. And I'd rather not dwell on it. So unless you want to get Harvey so the two of you can gang up on me again, I would rather be alone.
Lewis, we didn't gang up on you.
What the hell would you call it?
A mistake. And if it makes you feel any better, I already spoke to Harvey about it because you weren't the only one upset about him siding with me.
Why would that upset you?
Probably because my sister turned every man she was ever with into a doormat, but that's not the point.
You have a sister?
Not the point either, Lewis. She's much older, and I don't want to talk about her. What I want to say is that what happened last night will never happen again. I don't want our relationship to affect how we treat you.
You really mean that?
I do. And Lewis, if you ever need me or Harvey during any of this Faye bullshit, we are...
Firm.
Well,
Well, what?
what are we going to do about it?
We're not going to do anything about it. Because doing shit like whatever you're thinking of is what got us in this mess in the first place.
Are you trying to put this on me?
Samantha, I am fully aware that you are not the reason she is here.
But now that she is here, I'm not gonna make things worse by doing more unethical shit.
Then what if we could come up with a way to get her out on the up and up?
What kind of way?
I don't know. But we are lawyers. We ought to be able to come up with something.
You're a lawyer.
Come
All you
here.
did was sashay in the room, tell someone you got him, and make him
Come here.
Well, that was my major. But I have been known to
Come here.
Look, Alex, I have grown really fond of Lewis. He's got to be hurting. What do you say we at least give it a try?
Okay, Samantha. I'm in.
Come here.
I agreed to meet with you, but I have to right now.
You do that again, I'll fucking throw shit at your stuff. Fucking, you know, could have hit something down here, John. You want me to just randomly throw balls around your shit?
How do you know that?
Because I know what it's like to have the house you built get handed over to someone else. And it just so happens the people doing it to you are related to the woman who's doing it to me.
So you're saying don't hire you because you care about me. Do it because we share a common enemy?
You want your lawyer to give you a hug, or you want him to get the job done?
I want my goddamn company back.
Then the first thing we need to do is put the brakes on this sale by suing the board.
The CEO can't sue his own company.
As CEO? No, he can't. As a shareholder, he can.
Seems like you put a lot of thought into this before you came to see me.
Think what I'll do once you officially hire me. What do you say?
I say start drafting that suit.
Took care of that before I got here, too. Dan, we do this. They're not going to take it lying down. I need to know you're all in.
I'm already losing control of my company. What else have I got to lose?
Katrina, do you have a moment?
Actually, Susan, this isn't a great time. I'm neck deep in the
VersaLife case. I know.
Well, you probably don't know that this firm nearly lost VersaLife once because of me, and I'm not about to let it happen again.
There's all the more reason to let me help you.
Help me?
I noticed you've been working without an associate ever since Brian resigned.
And you thought if you could fill Brian's shoes, I'd take you on as my associate.
Something like that?
Well, I appreciate you putting yourself out there, but I've got this handled.
Look, in your discovery, there's an email from your CEO to his board about their stock tanking.
I know that, but it was after it had already started.
The original date was whited out. See? You can tell. It's not a smoking gun.
But we need to be able to explain it. Good find, Susan. If you hadn't caught that, we would have been in trouble.
We? Does that mean we're working together?
It means I'm giving you a chance.
Lewis, I'm so glad you were able to have the time to come out.
Well, honestly, Your Honor, I could use the time out of the office.
Don't start with the Your Honor crap, okay? I'm here as your friend.
Okay, then, Saul. Old friend. Let's get to it. What kind of trouble you in?
Lewis, I'm not here about my troubles. I'm here about yours.
What are you talking about?
You remember when we were back at Harvard and you charted out your whole career?
Partner at a top law firm, check. Get my name on the wall, check. And once I've done all that, become a judge. But what does that have to do with anything?
It has to do with the fact that Amy Jannon's seat is opening up and you'd be the perfect person to replace her.
Bring me a judgeship.
I am.
This has something to do with Faye Richardson, doesn't it? Damn it.
Lewis, your ship is sinking and you shouldn't have to go down with it.
Saul, that is bullshit. I can weather this storm and I don't need your charity.
It's not charity. You're the best lawyer I ever worked with. And normally, I'd say, don't worry. It'll come around again. But you come out on the wrong side of this Faye thing, and the only robe you're ever going to wear is the one that's hanging in your bathroom.
What the hell is this?
It's a recusal form for you to sign. It turns out I got a case against your old firm, and make no mistake, I'm taking it.
I get it. You don't think I've embraced this firm? Well, I have. So as long as you conduct yourself above board, I won't just sign this. I'll be rooting for you.
Bullshit. You'll root for the people who embraced your system. But it won't matter, because after I kick their ass, the world's going to know my system is better than yours.
And what system is that? The one where you play by whatever rules suit you? Because if that's what you're going to use to win this,
I'll tell you what I'm gonna use to win. Whatever I fucking have to.
then I'll be forced to remind you, you cross one line and you'll be out on your ass.
I don't need to cross any lines, Faye. You deballed these guys so much, all I had to do was threaten a lawsuit, and they're shaking in their boots. So unless you're here to take my title like you took Lewis's, we're done.
I'll be watching you.
Enjoy the show.
Sheila, I want to talk to you about something, because you're probably going to hear about it anyway, but I want you to hear it from me.
What is it, Lewis?
Judgeship, and I turned it down.
Chip, without even discussing it with me? Lewis, being a judge has always been your dream.
I know that. But a judge makes a fifth of what I do. We have a child on the way. Not to mention my firm is in trouble. I don't want to leave my friends in the lurch.
If they were really your friends, they wouldn't be asking you to turn this down.
They didn't ask me to turn it down because I didn't tell them about it.
Well, you didn't tell me about it either.
Okay, Sheila, what is going on? Where is this coming from?
I went to Saul, Lewis.
What?
You said you didn't know how long you could keep going not being in charge.
So you fabricated a judgeship for me?
I didn't fabricate anything. Every time I see the man, he says, you belong on the bench. Went to him, Lewis. He was overjoyed. He was. Lewis Saul said if things don't work out, you will never get this chance again. All I'm asking is for you to think about it.
Okay, Sheila. I'll sleep on it.
Oh. I got it.
Then lay it on me, because we've been at this for hours and I'm about to give up.
Okay, look here. If the presence of a special master causes significant harm to a firm, they can be removed.
But she hasn't caused any harm.
She hasn't caused any harm yet. But if all of a sudden the client left, said it was her fault, and then that started an avalanche...
Whoa. What are you talking about?
Talking about going to Gavin Andrews, getting him to leave.
Are you crazy?
Just hear me out.
No, Samantha. Inducing a client to leave isn't Faye causing us harm. It's us causing us harm.
He'd come back.
I don't care. This discussion is over.
Jesus Christ, it's one little thing to get her out of our lives.
It's not a little thing. It's conspiracy. And it sure as hell isn't on the up and up like you agreed to.
I don't believe it. When did you become such a goddamn coward?
Excuse me?
You had Katrina pretend to be me, and you did that because you had the balls to win.
And if I say yes because you call me a coward, then I am one. So do what you want, but I'm not fucking doing it. And neither should you.
I have to say, we may end up getting totally screwed on this, but Susan, you have really done your research.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Can I ask your advice on something? It's kind of personal.
Of course, Susan, what is it?
There's this paralegal. He's smart and funny, and he might just click.
I've certainly seen that happen before.
I know how closely you worked with Brian, and I guess I want to know how you kept things professional.
I don't want to get into me and Brian, Susan. My advice, I'd find a different paralegal. All right, let's get back to this.
Actually, I have an idea. Lead counsel on the other side is a longtime family friend. What if I could convince her to settle?
That's why you picked this case, isn't it? Because you thought you could use your connections to impress me?
There's nothing wrong with taking advantage of an opportunity.
No, you're right. There isn't. But in this particular instance, what you're proposing isn't going to work.
But how do you know?
Because I know. But, Susan, being an associate means knowing when to drop it. Show me you can do that.
I would like to tell a story about a noble ship's captain, a villainous pirate by the name of Faye Pooperson, and a foul miscarriage of justice.
Objection, Your Honor. He's testifying. My name isn't Pooperson.
Richardson Pooperson, what's the difference?
It's unorthodox, but I'll allow it.
You're just him in a wig.
A wig, if I may say. You are rocking, Your Honor.
If I were married, I'd be all over that.
I bet he's so much better than Harvey.
I am. Please proceed. Your Honor, paragraph 5 of the Nautical Code states that a captain shall not relinquish command to a party of pirates.
If anyone here is a pirate, it's him. And I am the British Navy in this situation.
Objection. She's hijacking my metaphor. Sustained. Miss Cooperson, this is your only warning.
He hasn't even called a witness.
She does have a point.
I don't need a witness to prove my case to this jury of my peers.
Did he say peers? I know. Can you believe this man?
I think we've heard enough. Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We find the defendant guilty on all charges.
As if there was any question. Miss Richardson, I hereby sentence you to death.
Death! I don't even know what I'm on trial for.
And that's the beauty of this whole thing. Bailiff, take her away.
With pleasure.
Well done. Well done.
For the record, I meant what I said about him being better than Harvey.
So true. So true. So true. So true.
There were really 12 Harveys.
I know, right? It was fantastic. Maybe Sheila's right. Maybe I should say yes. I'd be in charge and no one ever pushed me around again.
True, but...
Stan, a jury of Harveys just found in my favor. Don't tell me you're gonna shit on this.
Louis, I'm sorry, but I must point out that your dream was filled with the people you work with. You are envisioning yourself in a fantasy world, still surrounded by them.
What's your point?
My point is, if you take the job, they will not be there with you.
Okay. This whole time, I was worried about what they would do without me, and I hadn't even thought about what I'd do without them.
And if you do think about that,
I think they're everything to me, and I don't want to go anywhere.
Donna, good. I was hoping you were in because I need a little help.
Sure, Faye. With what? You want me to tell Alex Williams he's an associate now?
I take it you don't like my decision regarding Louis.
Dislike is one of the ways of describing my feelings for you, Faye. I doubt you want to hear the other.
Then I'll get to it. Whether you like it or not, I am acting managing partner now, which means I have a full plate and no help with it. I need a secretary.
To be your secretary?
I need you to help me get through the next few days. And according to everyone, you were the best secretary this firm ever had.
I was the best secretary any firm ever had, which is one of the reasons I am now COO.
Donna, I know you think this is below your pay grade.
It is below my pay grade. But more importantly, it sends a message that I am more valuable as your lackey than in my real position.
And I've had it with people talking about messages when the only message I keep getting is go to hell. So if you're as loyal to this firm as you say you are, then accept I need you to do this.
And if I don't? Are you going to demote me like you did to Louis?
Louis used his position to coerce borderline illegal behavior. I'm asking you to manage some files. I can demote if you refuse. But does it really need to come to that?
You'll have your files taken care of by the end of the day.
Thank you.
Hey, can I come in?
If I say no, you're gonna say it's because I'm a coward?
Alex, I am so sorry. I should not have said what I said. I know it's not an excuse, but I've just really been off kilter since Robert left.
Excuse, but it's an explanation. And I hope I'm not overstepping, but I think I know what you need right now.
What do you mean?
Things aren't going well for me in one part of my life. I try to look to another. Usually, that other part is family.
Are you trying to adopt me?
Let's take it one step at a time. Why don't you come over to the house for dinner tonight? It may not be the answer to your problems, but Rosalie's been asking about you. Joy loves you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think it'll be fun for you. Though if it goes anything like our lunch with Rosalie, sure shit won't be fun for me.
You know what I meant.
I did. You win?
I'd love to. Thank you, Alex.
Dan, hey,
Did you see the...
What the hell have you been doing?
What we said I'd do.
Suing them is one thing, but you took out a full-page ad saying that they're endangering the entire future of the company.
Yeah, you said you'd stick with the plan. And if a thing like this is going to rattle you...
It didn't rattle me. It rattled them, and it's going to be a little difficult to stick it out when I've been fired.
What? You can't do that in the middle of litigation.
Well, they did. And even if I win this thing, I won't get my company back.
Listen to me. It's not over. I can fix it.
Hey, fix it. Because if I lose everything from all this, instead of suing the board, I'll be suing you.
You're not going to believe this shit.
Harvey.
I just got a call from Dan Foley. They fired him. And now he's threatening to sue me.
And I'm sorry about that, but right now I don't have time.
Donna, I just told you I almost got
But you
sued.
didn't get sued, and you aren't the only one sick of that woman.
What?
She had the nerve to ask me to be her secretary. So I'm sorry that your case isn't going well, but right now I don't have... Where are you going?
I'm going to go to that woman and tell her she can do her own work. You're not her servant.
Harvey, I don't need you to fight my battles for me.
And yesterday you said we shouldn't let what happens here come between us. Well, it's coming between us, and I'm going to put a stop to it.
You're right, I did say that. But the way to keep Faye from coming between us isn't fighting her. It's using your idea.
What are you talking about?
We're going to go out for an early dinner, and we're going to talk about anything but this place and that woman.
Donna, my client just got fired.
And he's still going to be fired in 3 hours. But if I know you, if you clear your head, he might not be fired in 4. So what do you say?
Say I'm in the mood for Italian.
Absolutely. Thank you. Katrina, you wanted to see me? I didn't just want to see you, Susan. I want to know why you willfully disregarded me by contacting your family friend.
Okay, I know you asked me not
No,
to.
Susan, I told you not to. Because not only is it unprofessional, it's as much as telling them they have us.
I'm sorry, I was only trying to help us win.
No, you were trying to help yourself. And that is the last thing I need in an associate. You're off this case.
You should reconsider.
Would I ever do that?
Left. I said a senior partner and a married associate were working closely together, working nights together, until suddenly he up and left with no explanation, no job lined up.
Susan, you do not want to do this.
Do what? Point out that things went too far and you bought his silence by giving him one of your clients?
Brian Altman left because he decided it was best for his family.
Yeah, I bet he did. Unless you want Faye Richardson to suddenly be made aware of the situation, I'm gonna be your associate by the end of the week.
Donna, there you are.
No, Gretchen, there I go, because I'm just on my way out.
You might want to stop by Faye's office first. She's looking for you.
Listen, do me a favor and don't tell her you ran into me.
What's going on, Red?
She asked me to do some secretarial work for her, and I didn't finish it. But I have a dinner at Quattro Gatti tonight, and I absolutely cannot move it.
Which means you need someone to run interference while you and Harvey get your smush face on. That's right. That's it.
Wait, you know about me and Harvey?
Please, you think Lewis can keep his mouth shut? I asked him what he wanted for lunch, and he blurted out, Harvey and Donna did it.
Did he really do that?
Might as well have. Happy for you, Donna. So you going out to dinner. I'll take care of whatever Miss High and Mighty needs.
No, Gretchen, I couldn't ask you to do that for me.
You're not asking her, I'm telling you. Don't worry. I'll be so good to that woman she won't even think to ask where you are.
Thank you, Gretchen. How do you want?
Hey, you. Girl with coffee. Any idea where Gretchen is?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, if you see her, tell her I've been looking all over for her.
I know where she is, Lewis.
Jesus Christ.
In fact, I've been looking all over for you. She's working for me on a temporary basis.
I'm sorry, say that again, because my ears are a little clogged with rage.
She did some work for me. It was excellent.
Well, then clone her, because you're not taking my secretary.
I didn't want your secretary, Lewis. I asked Donna to handle my work. But she pawned it off on Gretchen, and here we are.
I don't care what Donna did. You have no right to do this.
Lewis, if you just calm down, I assure you. Once I get up and running, you can have her back.
And if I don't calm down?
You know, I hear that a lot. And if I don't? Well, not everything's a threat, Lewis. But if you insist on making it one, I promise you'll find what you're looking for.
Isn't this nice? Where the hell is Donna?
Calm down, Lewis. I'm not gonna be here forever.
You are not going to be here at all. Because it doesn't take a genius to figure out that she went for a tryst with Harvey. You got stuck holding the ball, and I'm getting her back in here right now.
It wasn't a tryst and I didn't get stuck. I volunteered.
Why the hell would you do that?
Because they're starting a new relationship. And if you cared about them at all, you'd leave them alone.
Are you telling me they couldn't pick up the phone when I called?
They probably didn't even see the call. They're out together. Can't you understand that?
Gretchen, I have endured more humiliation in the last week than I ever thought was possible. Donna specifically told me that she would not let her relationship with Harvey get in the way if I needed support. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much support do you think I need right now?
Okay, Lewis, I'm going to tell you where they are. But I think you should let it go till tomorrow.
The thing that really sets me off is her holier-than-thou.
Oh, what if she is?
What if Bill Buckner would have fielded that ball?
Okay, I don't know who that is, but it is time we change the subject, because we said no work talk, and we just spent half a bottle of wine on Faye Richardson.
You're right. Let's talk about something else.
Anything else?
Water's pretty good.
Yeah, it's wet. Very wet.
So, you read any good books lately?
Books? That's the best you've got? Water and books?
Hey, I don't see you holding up your end. Water is wet. Who says that?
I know, I got flustered. And I mean, who wouldn't? We have spent almost every minute of every day together for the last 15 years, and now we can't think of a single thing to say to each other.
What if that's it? What if we're all out of things to say to each other?
That's what you say to me when I'm worried that we have nothing to say? What is wrong with you?
Oh my God.
What?
You just reminded me of Ricky Garfield. He was new in town. I was 16 years old. I went over to his house, and there she was. A beautiful redhead. I had a crush on her from the second I saw her. Just realized you've always reminded me of her. What?
It's just nice to know that there are still things I get to find out about you.
I like that. How about you tell me something I don't know about you?
Alex, thank you for inviting me to your home. This is exactly what I needed.
Well, I sure as hell couldn't take you bowling like I did with Lewis.
You took Lewis bowling? How did that go?
You'd be surprised. He actually bowled a perfect game.
Get out.
I shit you not. All I had to do was help him tap into his rage.
I can see that. A few months ago, we confronted his mugger. He turned into a wild animal.
Well, look who decided to show up.
And perfect timing. I've got Chinese. Samantha, you can have WC. She's got tap tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was looking forward to meeting her. Because if she's half as cool as her sister...
She's not.
Nothing like the love of a sibling.
Hey, babe, I saw your bumper. Did you want me to take your car in tomorrow?
And what are you talking about?
Have you not seen the back of your car? Looks like you hit a yellow water buffalo.
Well, that's interesting because the last person to drive the car was Joy.
Don't look at me. Maybe somebody backed into you.
Joy, what happened?
Fine. I hit a pole in the parking garage. It's not a big deal.
The big deal is that you were hoping we wouldn't notice until long after you'd driven the car.
I wasn't thinking that. I just didn't want you to be mad at me.
And we wouldn't have been, but we are now. You have two choices. You either pay for it or you're not driving anywhere for a month.
That's so unfair.
Fair or not, that's the way it's going to be. Now, let's all sit down. We gotta still have a pleasant evening.
I'm just saying it's not unusual for a person to think that after they've had one.
You thought you'd been poisoned by a peppercorn.
A Szechuan peppercorn, and I didn't think that it poisoned me. I thought someone poisoned me. Haven't you ever had one?
The pertinent question isn't whether I've had them. It's what did you do to deserve getting poisoned?
Well, that is neither here nor there.
I knew it. You're a Black Widow.
Harvey, if I was Black Widow, I'd be the one doing the poisoning.
You seem to know too much about the subject. I'm breaking up with you.
Good. I really think this whole thing has run its course.
Holy shit. Clearing my head really did help. I think I know why they fired Dan. And I think I know what I'm going to do about it.
Then let's go do it.
No. Not until tomorrow. Tonight is for us.
You know, I think you might be getting the hang of this whole thing. Telling me old stories. Making me feel... Oh, shoot, it's Lewis. Maybe I should get it.
No, the whole point of tonight was just us.
I know, but after this whole Faye thing, I promised that we'd be there for him if he needed us.
If there's an emergency, don't leave a voicemail. You call right back. Good. Now, we are going to pay the check. I'm going to go home. I'm going to be young. You are going to be Ricky Garfield's mom.
You're in early.
I usually am. What can I do for you?
I had dinner last night with Alex and his family, and it reminded me that the closest thing I have to family are the people at this firm. I never thanked you for standing up to me with Lucas, so thank you.
Speaking of standing up, I stood up to you more than once. How did you know when to give in to me and when not to?
Every time you stood up to me, I backed down because you were in the right. So I guess the question is, are you in the right?
I am in the right. The problem is the person standing up to me has information I don't want coming out.
Well, I can't tell you the answer, Katrina, but I can tell you, whoever it is, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile.
You fired him, didn't you?
What?
You ran Johnson and Powell when Dan Foley's contract was written. You knew there was a clause that allowed them to fire him during litigation. You had them pull the trigger.
Are you out of your mind?
You gonna tell me you didn't have a conversation with them about me?
Excuse me?
Right there. A 15-minute call with you and Johnson and Powell, not 2 hours after you and I spoke.
You dug into my phone records.
Answer my question, or we'll do it in a deposition. Did you talk to them about it? I have a subpoena right here. And Faye, it isn't gonna look good having an ethics expert lie under oath.
Okay, you're right. You got to me. You pissed me off so much, I was rooting for you to lose. But unlike you, I wouldn't act on that.
Then how do you explain the phone call?
Easily. I didn't call them. They called me. And the reason they did was to say what an asshole you were.
It was a 15-minute phone call.
Well, they had plenty to say on the matter. But what they didn't do was ask for my help. Because if they had, my next call would have been to the New York bar.
Bullshit.
And subpoena me. I'll be happy to say all that under oath. And while you're at it, subpoena Johnson and Powell. They'll say the same thing. And then maybe you'll realize all you accomplished by taking this case was getting Dan Foley fired.
Susan, do you mind coming with me?
I take it you thought about what we discussed?
I did. And if you're going to be my associate, you'll need an office. We just need to get it approved.
Katrina, I've had a bit of a long morning, so whatever it is...
This will just take a minute. I know you run a tight ethical ship, and Susan has something she would like to bring to your attention.
I'm listening.
Susan's too modest to toot her own horn, so I will. We were working on the VersaLife case together when Susan made a mistake.
That doesn't sound like something to toot your horn about.
It wasn't a mistake, it's what she did afterwards. Susan came to me and owned up to what she did.
Is this true?
Yes.
It is. Then it's nice to know the culture here hasn't corrupted everyone. Is there something else?
Susan?
No, nothing else. Then keep up the good work.
Louis, whatever it is, now is not a great time.
Oh, I'm sure it's not. Never seems to be anymore. Just thought you should be the first to know.
Know what?
I'm leaving. To take a judgeship.
You're leaving now?
I know it's not great timing, but...
Are you kidding me? How could you do this to us? We're in the middle of a war.
A war that has cost me my title and my dignity, and I keep waiting for the shoes to finish dropping, but they keep raining down.
Well, then let it rain. You can fight this.
Don't you get it? I'm not you. I'm not the guy it works out for.
You don't need to be me.
No, I don't. But I don't even have you in my goddamn corner anymore.
Louis.
Okay, you know what? Fine. You want the truth? I could take every last humiliation that woman can dish out.
But the one thing that I can't take is you and Donna laughing at me.
What are you talking about?
I saw you. I went to your restaurant last night. I saw you see it was me calling. You sent it to voicemail, and you started laughing.
We weren't laughing at you. We agreed not to let work intrude, so we didn't answer. And then I made a joke about something else.
Swear to me that's true.
I swear. Lewis.
You didn't even come see me because I've been fighting for you. I get that, Harvey. But the truth is, I'd rather you just come.
What's wrong?
And go tilting at windmills. Windmills?
Okay, well, she's gonna be home soon. She has to take Jason home. Okay. You want a huggy?
I should have come to you, Lewis. I just didn't know what to say because I couldn't stand what she was doing to my friend. So, you want to become a judge? I understand. It's just, we've been through so much together. Please, don't let tilting at wind chimes be the thing that pulls us apart. Windmills. Windmills. Whatever.
Come here, you want a hug?
I was
You want a huggy? Okay.
How did you know I wouldn't tell Faye about it?
Got it.
I didn't. I just knew I'd rather you tell her than find out what you'd be like in 6 months. And why not just turn me in? Because I was ambitious when I first got here, too. And ambition isn't a bad thing, Susan. But it can't be all you have.
Alex? Do you have a sec?
Yes. Before you say anything, I'm sorry about last night. It's not what I had in mind.
Actually, I came here to thank you for it.
Come on, Samantha. I know my daughter. It was terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It was family. And it was exactly what I needed.
Well, if that's what you needed. You're in worse shape than I thought.
I decided to find out who my biological parents are. But you're being such a dipshit. I thought you should know. Even watching you fight made me appreciate what a wonderful family you have. And then I got to thinking how joy is so much a cross between you and Rosalie. And I thought, I have to know.
So all I have to do is be a dipshit and you'll show me your soft side?
Worked for Robert.
Thank you for trusting me with that, Samantha. It means a lot.
Means a lot to me, too. Thanks for having me over.
Let me get this straight. His man, Katie, was right there. He's surprised at the restriction increase in morality. That is an unwanted fact.
Donna. What are you doing here?
She came over to say how much she wants you to stay. I'll admit, at first, I wasn't in favor. But then I told her that Harvey and I would never leave you.
I guess it's a good thing I already decided to stay.
You did?
I did.
Well, now that I don't have to spend the rest of my night begging, there really is just one thing for us to do.
You're saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah. Girls' night.
Oh my God. It's really happening.
Mm-hmm.
Are we watching Dirty Dancing? Should we start with a round of I Never?
Doesn't matter to me, just choose fast. I go to bed early enough to pee 10 times between now and then, including in about 5 seconds.
Go.
It's your call, Lewis. Because tonight, you are the most important woman in the world.
Tell me that is the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Dirty Dancing it is.
Say, funny running into you.
You appear to be in fine spirits.
That's because someone recently reminded me I'm the guy it always works out.
Your modesty is astounding.
It isn't about modesty, it's about character. See, Faye, the reason things always work out for me isn't that I sometimes cross lines. It's the relationship I have with people.
What did you do?
I went to Kevin Miller. He's an old friend of mine. I told him he'd be a fool to pass up an opportunity to buy Sensitech. I also told him he'd be a fool not to hire back the man that built that company from scratch.
And what exactly did you do for Mr. Miller to become his friend?
I got him out of a jam, like the way I'm willing to let you out of one.
Excuse me?
Johnson and Powell remain Sensitech's counsel. You save face. All you have to do is give Gretchen back to Lewis.
I don't believe it. You're leveraging a client for your own purposes.
My client is fine with it. I came through for him.
Well, I'm not fine with it, and I don't play by your rules.
And what if Gretchen isn't fine working for you?
I told him it was temporary, but if you think you're going to extort me into getting her back early, you can hand in your resignation.
This isn't your firm, Faye. It's mine. And I'm not going anywhere.
And neither am I. But for the record, you said you'd do anything to win this, but you haven't crossed a single line. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm doing my job.
Okay, see you soon. Love you too.
Is that for me?
Why, yes it is. A handsome coffee for my handsome man.
What do you want?
Why do I have to want something to give you a compliment?
You don't, but you do. You know you're not the only one who can do that.
You heard me on the phone with my father, didn't you?
Okay, you're the only one who can do that. But if you're going to ask me to come to breakfast, I don't think it's a great idea.
But I want to tell him about us, and I thought we could do it together.
I get that, Donna, but in case you forgot, the first time I met the man, I told him if he took your money, I'd shut down his deal.
Bobby, that was a long time ago.
And it was not so long ago that he accused me of putting you at risk over Mike.
Okay, maybe it is best if I tell him myself. But you're the two most important men in my life, and if I tell him that I choose you, he's not going to hold a grudge. He's going to be happy for us.
In other words, next time is the three of us.
You bet your ass it is. And he's in town for a week, so put your big boy pants on and find us a restaurant in the body. People need Halsey and you have to worry about.
Katrina, can I have a moment?
Of course. But if you're here about the Rose merger, you should...
I'm here about something else. The other day you brought Susan into my office, and I want to know why.
I told you, because I thought she deserved credit for owning up to her mistake.
And this isn't my first rodeo, so why don't you tell me what really happened?
If it's not your first rodeo, then you know what happened. She tried to pull something, and I brought her to you to show her it wouldn't work.
And what you should have done is report her to me.
Why? So you could fire her?
I can't know what I would have done if you don't tell me what she did.
Well, that's not going to happen, Faye, because I believe she deserved a second chance and that I handled the situation properly.
Good.
What do you mean, good?
You saw a problem, and even though you took care of it differently than I would have, you didn't let it slide, which makes you the perfect woman for the job.
This is a code of conduct.
Which I want you to adapt for the firm.
Chris won't buy in if it doesn't come from their own.
No, they won't.
I'll do it. On one condition. I write the code as I see fit. You accept it wholesale or not at all.
Another indication I made the right choice.
Tommy, what are you doing here so early? Did something happen with the Cooper deposition? Actually, Alex, I'm here because I know how hard you've been working. And I think it's time that you got a reward. You're giving me Masters in Construction? I am. But I thought you were going to give it to Craig. The thing is, Craig's not married. What does that have to do with it? A man with a wife and children who truly understands what it's like to be a member of a family. So I get to jump him in line because I was fortunate enough to fall in love. That's how it works in corporate America, Alex. Maybe it is, but I still don't want to do this to Craig. Well, it'll make you feel better, whether you take Masterson or not. Get some else.
Not bad. If you're into $1 million views, that is.
It's not much, but it's home.
Good to see you, Craig. You too, Alex. Look, this isn't easy for me, so I'm just gonna say it. I need a favor.
Anything. Just name it.
Your lawsuit against Panasonic. You know it?
I've heard a few things, but they're not my client.
Why? Because they're my client.
There's an offer on the table, and I need your firm to take it. And if what I heard about that offer is true, that's not a favor, that's tanking a case. You took my place in line, and I never recovered. You owe me. And whether you believe it or not, I don't owe you. What is that? That is Masterson Construction. I know all about it, Alex. I don't know what you're talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Tommy Bratton may have chained me to a desk for 10 years, but he left me with a parting gift. I know you covered up a conspiracy. And I know that you know I was friends. But this can't hurt you, especially in light of your firm's recent troubles. I need this to close by the end of the week. So get it done when that gets out. And then you can explain to everyone you know what kind of man you really are.
Greenback boogie.
All right, you sons of bitches. Excuse me? Excuse yourself, asshole. Because you just had the B team. Now you get the A team. You're going to sue us? You don't sue us. We sue you. I'm going to have your balls in a vice so tight, you're going to wish you were born without balls. That's right, lady. I'm talking to you. I'm going to shove this lawsuit so far up your ass, you're going to be the first lawyer in history to die with a lawsuit in her ass. I'm going to burn you to the ground. I'm going to do a rain dance on your ashes. Nobody messes with Louis Litt. Least of all two slobs from the firm Shitty and Shithead.
Lawyers?
What happened?
We're Susan's parents. She said we could visit. She said the people here were so nice.
Well, of course you're Susan's parents. You look exactly like her. Job well done. She's very attractive, not in a cause of action type of way. I'm just giving you a mock example of how not to behave when Susan's parents are in the conference room. Holy shit. Carry on. Oh, hey, anybody ask? My name really isn't Louis Litt. It's Alex Williams. Gretchen, I need you back.
Good morning to you too, Louis.
I don't have time for good mornings. I just went to conference room C and ripped them a new asshole.
Conference room C. Louis, those are Susan's parents.
I didn't know they were Susan's parents. I was supposed to be in conference room A, not C. Those letters have nothing to do with each other.
Then why'd you go to the wrong room?
Because Norma's granddaughter is temping on my desk. You know what her name is? Norma the Third. Who does that? On top of which she has all of her grandmother's body odor and none of her competence. I'd be better off with the urn.
Louis.
Gretchen, I cannot take it. I need to know how long Faye is going to keep you.
Louis, there's only one way I can think to get an answer on that. But that's going to require huge amounts of time and effort on your part.
What is it?
Go to her goddamn office and ask her.
Well, in that case, I need some time to regather.
Hi, Dad.
So good to see you, sweetheart.
You too.
Thank you for making time for breakfast.
Of course. Actually, your timing is perfect because I have some news and it is so much better in person.
This is exciting. Don't keep me in suspense.
Harvey and I have started seeing each other.
Congratulations, Donna. That's great news.
All right, let's get it out. Let's hear your misgivings.
Who says I have misgivings?
Your face, your body language, the way you said congratulations as if I just put my dog down.
All right. Donna, from everything you've told me over the years, a man can be selfish.
Dad, if this has to do with Mike Ross, Harvey would throw himself in front of a train for me.
And I don't doubt that. I just think you deserve to be with somebody who can put your needs above his own. Not only when it comes to matters of life and death.
You know, I told Harvey that when you heard the news, you'd be happy for me. That he just didn't know you.
Sweetheart, you're one of the smartest women I know. I trust your judgment. If you're happy, I'm happy for you.
Well, it doesn't feel that way.
Then I'm sorry. Can we start this breakfast over?
Sure, Dad. Sure.
What the fuck? You're taking Masterson?
Craig, before you say anything, I tried to say no.
And that's the kind of thing that someone says when they didn't try at all. I thought we were friends. We are. And I'm telling you, he wasn't going to give them to you anyway. Why not? According to Braden, it's because I have a wife and kids. That is bullshit. And I'm not the one who said it. He is. So put yourself in my shoes. What would you do? I would have gone to you and told you before you heard it through the grapevine. Craig, I was working on something. Well, you're too late. Because now I got to go figure out some other way to make my bonus this year. Listen to me. What I was working on was getting the go-ahead to split Mayfield Foods with you. We can share them. Mayfield Foods is 1/10 the size of Masterson. So keep your bullshit gestures to yourself, okay? Because I don't need any phony friends looking out for me. Samantha, you have a minute?
Depends. How important is it?
Important. Craig Cameron came to see me. He's an old friend and he needs a favor.
Well, that favor better have nothing to do with Panasonic.
Look, I know there's a deal on the table, Samantha, and I need you to take it.
This guy isn't your friend. He's got something on you, doesn't he?
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. You didn't come in here to get me to take the deal. You came here to get me to bury your secret.
I came here because I thought this goddamn thing had gone away.
This is the prison thing with Bratton, isn't it?
No.
Alex, I was Robert's fixer. Of course I know.
Then take the deal that's on the table.
I can't.
Why not?
Because it's a shitty deal and everyone knows it, including Faye, which means if I take it, sooner or later, she's going to figure out why.
God damn it, Samantha. I covered up a crime.
Because you were framed.
It doesn't matter.
Why not?
Because I let them get away with it. I may have been framed, but I let them get away with murder. Samantha, I have 2 daughters. I don't want them going through life knowing that about their father.
What about Rosalie? What does she think? She doesn't know, does she?
No.
Then you are going to go home tonight and tell your wife the whole story.
What are you doing in my office, Faye? I'm here because it's come to my attention that you and Harvey Specter are in a relationship.
And how exactly did that come to your attention?
The question is, what are we going to do about it?
Are you asking if we're planning on getting married? Because I'm sorry to tell you, you're not on the guest list. And our relationship is none of your business.
Donna, when 2 of the 5 members of management have undue influence over each other, something needs to be done.
What exactly are you trying to tell me, Faye?
That you have to give up your vote. Excuse me? It's a clear conflict. No law firm would allow this to stand.
Okay. Let's just
You
put
want
aside
to go
the
to
fact that I
sleep?
think that's bullshit. Are you saying
Okay.
that Harvey's vote is
Want
more
to put
important
this
than
on the
mine?
charger for you?
He's a senior partner.
Okay.
And a former managing partner.
I see what this is.
Okay.
You keep trying to diminish my role here.
Okay, just let it
Last
right
week
there
it
and
was
play
trying to
with
make
them
me a
tomorrow,
secretary
maybe.
again. Now you're trying to make me nothing.
I'm trying to preserve the interests of this law firm. And he thinks your value here is higher than his. He can certainly give up his vote instead of you. But as of right now, the next time there's a vote, only one of you is going to have
Well, Mommy leaves in the morning and Daddy leaves later in the afternoon. And Daddy won't be back until late at night. Yeah. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Mommy be home before Daddy, okay?
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Actually, I am in the middle of something, so if you don't mind.
I got it. You're busy. I just wanted to know how your breakfast went.
It wasn't great, Harvey. He said if I'm happy, he's happy, but if the 2 of you can't figure out a way to share a meal together, then what are we doing?
Whoa, hold a second. What are we doing? Are you saying you want to end this?
No, Harvey, I am saying that I want a relationship with someone who at some point will get along with my father.
He said he was happy for you. It's not the biggest deal in the world if we don't get along.
You mean like the way that you didn't get along with your mother for most of your life?
That has nothing to do with this.
Doesn't it? Have you even told your mother about us?
Donna,
Well, I will take that as a no.
I didn't tell her because I didn't think to.
And you didn't think to because your mother hasn't been a regular part of your life. But my father's been a regular part of mine, and I shouldn't have to give up something that's important to me just because I'm in a relationship with you.
Okay.
Donna, is there something else going on?
It'll be okay.
Isn't my father enough, Harvey? He said that you wouldn't put me first. Well, putting me first would mean fixing your relationship with him. So, if you can't figure out a way to do that, then maybe he's right.
There she is. There's my black swan.
Well, this is a women's room.
Why do you think I'm in here?
I don't...
Are you running a code of conduct for Faye?
Yes. How did you know that?
Because I found this draft on her desk with your name on it.
You went through her things?
No, I went in there to ask when I took Gretchen back, but now I don't have to ask because you're going to get her back for me.
Personnel reassignments are the sole purview of the named partners. Lewis, that isn't a code of conduct. That belongs in the bylaws.
Doesn't matter where it goes. You put it in there, I get Gretchen back.
Lewis, I don't feel good about sneaking something in like this.
Katrina, please. This woman has taken everything from me. I need this, and I need you.
Okay, Lewis. I'll see what I can do.
Harvey, what a pleasant surprise.
Hey, Mom. Do you remember when I told you about a very special person who was responsible for us reconciling?
I do. I also remember putting my foot in my mouth when I thought that person was Paula.
Well, her name is Donna. We've been seeing each other. And I haven't exactly told her yet, but she's the one.
Harvey, that's fantastic. I've been rooting for you and Donna to get together for years.
What? How do you even know who she is?
Because you have a brother who's as big a fan of hers as I am. I am so happy for you, Harvey.
Thanks, Mom.
Why do I get the sense there's something else?
Nothing. It's just her father and I have some history. He's not exactly crazy about me. I'm not sure what to do about it.
Harvey, you may rub some people the wrong way, but you have a generous heart. Go to him. Make some kind of gesture. I'm sure it'll work out.
What if it doesn't?
Then you have him call me. I'll tell him my unbiased opinion about what an amazing man my son is. Hey.
Hey.
You look like you had a rough day.
I did.
Hey, come here. I want to show you something.
Holy shit. She did it. She walked.
She didn't just walk. She sauntered. Look at that again. Alex, what's going on?
A few weeks ago, I visited one of Masterson's sites.
Turn on mask.
A guard sent me a note. It said an inmate died when a scaffolding
Turn
broke
on
in.
mask.
The prison's been covering it up.
God.
I started looking into it. And today, I tried to call the guard at home. His wife said he'd been killed by an inmate.
So you're saying they're connected? It's just one thing to hide an accidental death, but it's a whole other thing to orchestrate the murder of a guard.
I know. Either way, I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
You are a good man, Alex Williams.
Hey, email that video, will you?
Already did. Hey, you hungry?
I ate at the office. Wanted to make sure the girls were asleep before I got home.
Well, I don't like the sound of that. What's going on?
Do you remember when I was at Brighton Gold?
Light off.
I found out that guard had been killed.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I didn't tell you the whole story. They were extending prisoner sentences for profit, and they killed that guard to cover it up.
What? Wait, but you told me.
I know what I told you, Rosalie. I lied. Because when I went to Tommy Bratton, I found out he was in on it, and he made it look like I was in on it too.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because a former colleague of mine found out, and if Samantha doesn't take a case against him, he's going to expose me.
So let me get this straight. You left me out of this back then, and you only telling me now because you got caught?
I left you out to protect you.
No, you left me out because you knew I would have told you to come forward.
They framed me, Rosalie. If I came forward, I was going to prison too. And for what? It wasn't going to bring those two people back.
You said they were extending sentences. People of color. It's what we talked about back in law school. Did you just let them keep right on doing it?
You think it didn't kill me to do that?
I wouldn't know what it did to you because you didn't bother to tell me.
Rosalie.
Look, sorry, Alex. Forgive me if I need a minute to process. That not only were you involved in something like this, but you didn't trust me enough to tell me about it. Faye?
Do you have a minute?
Of course. Did you think about our conversation yesterday?
As a matter of fact, I did, and I decided to take you at your word.
How's that?
That you're serving the interests of the firm. So I'm here to explain how Harvey and I both having a vote serves the firm.
Donna.
We don't just influence each other, we balance each other. We make each other consider opposing points of view, and then in the end, we do what we think will make the firm stronger, whether we're in agreement or not.
And I don't doubt that's true, but your individual circumstances don't matter.
Okay. Let's just get to it. Is this because of you and your ex-husband?
Excuse me?
You act like this isn't personal, but I think it is.
You don't know anything about my ex-husband.
I know that you had a conflict at work and he ended up getting fired. But Harvey and I aren't you, and I don't appreciate you making us into you.
And this isn't a negotiation. This is a conflict of interest, and I will not be cajoled, threatened, or coerced into thinking it's not. As I said, who gives up their vote is your call, but make a decision by tomorrow, or I'll make one for you.
She won the whole thing. Wow. I didn't even know she skied, much less competitively. Well, when she got serious about theater, she gave it up, never looked back. James, I appreciate you seeing me, and I love these stories. But I also know that you have concerns about me. And I wanted you to know that I've taken some steps to alleviate them. I appreciate that, Harvey. And I have to say, inviting me to talk man-to-man is a great start. Well, if you like that, then you're going to love this. I know you're in town for a deal and you haven't gotten any bites yet. Well, that's not just a bite. It's a meal. What? I pulled some strings, but it's everything you need. I don't believe this. You dug into my business without asking me? James, I'm just trying to help. And if I did the same thing to you, would you think it was because I was trying to help? Trying to buy your approval. I'm not trying to buy anything. No, you just give me a bunch of money and ask me to like you. James, it was a gesture, and I know what you think of me, but you're overreacting. You know what, Harvey? Instead of focusing on what I'm doing, why don't you give some thought to who you are? And if that's too much, at least treat my daughter better than you treat me. Well?
I'm sorry, Louis. I can't do it.
Why the hell not?
Because I've decided I don't want to violate the spirit of what I'm trying to do with this code.
I don't believe this. Whose goddamn side are you on?
Don't you say that to me. There's a reason we got saddled with Faye in the first place. And we keep doing shit like this, we will never be rid of her.
Well, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? Because that's exactly the type of thing that you used to be on board with.
Yes, Louis, used to. Because I've come to terms with the kind of lawyer I want to be, and it isn't this.
Oh, goddamn it, Katrina. Don't you get it? She took Gretchen. If we don't put a stop to her now, we won't even have a say over what kind of pencils we use.
I don't want her to have Gretchen any more than you do, Louis. But don't you ever use our friendship to try to get me to do something like this again.
Tommy, I need to talk about Masterson, and it can't wait. I'm sorry, Alex. I'm just heading home, and I'm in a hurry. Catch me tomorrow. I just told you this can't wait. What? A guard gave that to me. The next day, I called Pat Kruger, and now that guard is dead. This whole thing is a conspiracy. They've been using inmates and extending sentences, and we need to stop it. No, we don't. We're their lawyers, Alex. And they're breaking the law. And do you have proof of that? I have that letter. The one that you had for weeks and you didn't take to the authorities? Are you saying I have something to do with this? You're the one that got them to sign off on the waiver allowing the inmates to do Masterson's construction, which, as I recall, you got a big fat bonus for. You gave me that bonus. It didn't come from me. It came from Masterson. As did the one I believe you just got yesterday. Exactly 5 days after that guard died. I didn't get any bonus yesterday. Well, it's because you haven't checked your account yet. Trust me, it's there. I get it. You didn't give Masterson to me because I'm more stable than Craig. You gave it to me because I'm more vulnerable than Craig. I have no idea what you're talking about, but you better think very carefully about coming forward. Because a murder was committed here, and you do have a family. So I trust you're going to do the right thing, Alex.
Rosalie,
What are you doing here? You know what I'm doing here. Alex told you. He did. I don't like that it took him 8.
1, 2.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, she's all back. I just... I'll let her back in, but they both ran as soon as I opened the back door. Go lay down. I'm going to turn off the TV. And then go lay down.
One of the most important features is the special system. It gives you access to several amazing perks to help you fare against harder enemies throughout the game. Or what if you never leveled up? But what if you never had a skill? Well, in this video, we find out. Can you beat Fallout 4, being underqualified? To start off, I need to make my character. And I think a great way to visualize what I'm going to make is someone who lied on their job resume. And I think I did a great job. I watched some challenge runs, and then started making my way to the door after hearing a knock. Here I was presented with many things to use on my run. But then I realized after 15 minutes of waiting here, there was no perks, there was no skills. So I decided just to name myself Guzzler. I leisurely beat my son 5 times before staring down my wife. I hit a little jig on the elevator, got frozen, and watched my wife get shot once again. I made a great business move by taking my wife's ring, which I could later sell. Then I made my way out of the vault before realizing how caked up Guzzler Prime actually was. Once I saw the light, I could not stop giggling and kicking my feet up like a child after seeing the creation that I made in the sun. Here, he just looks just beautiful. He's just like a cool-looking man. I ignored Codsworth because everybody knows he is the worst companion. I was stopped in my tracks admiring my new fit I found on the floor. I grabbed a door blocker because I felt a bit too joyous at the moment. I got a little too close to Wolfgang, seeing inside of his little head. So I did the only normal thing that you would normally do. I left Trudy and her son a new offering before heading out to Diamond City, where I was then crushed by a super mutant with a missile launcher. It was terrible, and I got very sad after this. Once at Diamond City, Piper tried to do that good old bear scare trick, but it didn't work on me, so I acted in self-defense, and everybody got really angry. I tried to run away, but it didn't work. I ended up just praising God and dying. I decided just to ignore Diamond City for now, and head out to the Old North Church, which holds the railroad. The reason why I'm going with railroad this game is because a man that's completely average fits the entire role for the railroad. So after putting in the railroad code, I walked in, got saved by Deacon, and then he sent me off onto another quest. Ricky was talking to me too much, so I decided just to shoot him in his head. Ended up not changing anything, so just ran back to Deacon, and everything was fine after that. It's inside the old railroad HQ. The synths that were lingering inside were basically of no threat to me. It was so easy to the point that I thought this was going to be such an easy run throughout the rest of the game. But of course, all good things come to an end when Deacon's, because he was a stupid buffoon. He would just stand there, waiting, not wanting to go to the advanced terminal, which I had no way of unlocking due to my 0 skills and
Splash into the summer with huge deals on tires and wheels. Right now, you can also receive up to a $100 payment match. Plus, take advantage of our flexible payment options, including our exclusive 4-month same-as cash option. Just head to rnrtires.com/summer to get started. Summer savings start now at R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheels.
Or me and Jason saw it. I told Jason if he saw it again to let me know if he figured out what it was, but I'm pretty sure it was UFO. So, talk about UFO, if you remember that from then I had to play in that episode about giants.
You should check out the Y-Files.
Oh, yeah.
What? Do you watch it? Oh.
Useful and valuable. What is it? Do you know what to ask?
Chris was your teacher up on this video. What makes a cat? Biggest the cat? It's you.
Now you have a kids. That is why you should always believe this cannibal was good. Isn't that right? I can't see anything there. I think it's your fault. Now I'm going to pose you right next to that guy over there, which is what we do things like that. And see if you can see some speech, and then let me know that you're provided. So, there is one for you, my good sir, and there is one for you. And, well, what do you think we're doing? There's more parts already, I think. Let's do that next. This ball will be going. This here children is what happens. Anyone that's found you understand? Weakness means class dismissed. Whilst calling the manager is fine. I realised that Hannibal was right wrongly. Yeah, the cannibal sinks give him company, but god damn are they all boring. So I've done a little bit of searching. I think I found the perfect assistant general manager that will help Hannibal in his cannibal adventures. But obviously, there's a catch. The person we need is located at the very top of this here building. And as it happens, it's guarded by a larger it's a short work for my cannibal squad, and also a great opportunity for children in class to get some combat experience. Right, boys, we gotta show goddamn respect. Alpha team, you move in first, you take front damage. Like Beta team, you sit behind, and if you want to charge in, feel free. I myself will lead from the back, assess the situation, and make tactical changes if needed. Remember, boys, you die on the field today, you'll be harvested and fed to the wounded troops. And last but not least, nothing hunting, let's go find that green sunfish.
I thought you said you wanted to go to bed.
Figure out what to do with my husband. Brent was my man, it was a reason. Are you kidding me? Look, everything. There's a difference in the risk for what you're doing. I don't know. We can't do this. It's tough. Are you all?
We're going to try to make up.
Honestly, if you make him clear to me, you think he's a bad businessman.
I was just giving him some help.
No, you showed him that you don't respect him. You think you're better than him. And as far as I'm concerned, you think you're better than him.
Fine. Because I messed up, but no, I don't think I'm better.
She said that since we're together,
What? Why didn't you tell me?
because I didn't know you said you
You said that. Put up some stuff for it. Which I'm going to do right now. Good. We'll go here.
What is it now, Lewis?
We need to do something about Faye. She took Rachel out of the house. She told Katrina to. Well, I'm sorry, Lewis. But right now we have bigger fish. Because Faye said down to lose her boat. Because we're seeing. That's bullshit. You can't do that. Which is what I'm about to tell her.
No, you're not.
Well, then I'm coming with you. We'll kill two birds with one stone. You're not coming anyway. We only have so much leverage. Donna losing her vote trumps you getting Gretchen back. And we have to pick our battle. What a surprise. The battle we're picking is yours. Well, I'm not having it. I say we go in there as a united front and get it all back at once. And I say we wouldn't have to go in there at all if you let her into our house in the first
you just say to me? You heard me. Your letter's here, and you didn't even put up an ounce of resistance. Are you fucking...
I thought you were watching PJ Masks. You want me to turn off TV? Huh? Okay.